final day of 2017. We actually made it. Like, wow! Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. God's grace got me this far, basically. And I'm just so, I wish I had one of those party poppers, you know those party poppers and those pew pew things. I don't know what they're called. What are they called? Pew pew, that you blow and it just it elongates. I don't know what that's called. But yeah, happy new year. Happy new year. First things first, you need to subscribe because you're watching me and you're watching this gold eyeliner slay. Yes, hunty, yes, we did that, but you ain't even subscribed. Why, sis? Why, bro? Subscribe. Like, it's there. I don't know where it is. I think it's usually that down there. I don't know. It depends on what like device you're watching it, but please subscribe. And thank you to all 100 of you who have subscribed. Like, I didn't even think I was gonna get 10 views on YouTube, let alone like 100 subscribers. Like, you're the best. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's quite close to my lifestyle, and that's achieving your goals. I noticed around this time of the year, a lot of people are like, they want to do a lot of things in a new year. They want to achieve a lot of things. And most of the time, people just say it, but they don't actually actively do it. So people will be like, I'm going to have glowing skin in 2K18. I'm like, yes, sis, but have you written down, or have you actively been drinking water, or have you actively been saying, okay, I'm going to drink this amount of water every day? So you can't, for me, I'm a very pragmatic person. I need to see things being done logically. I can't just say this and that, like make everything like seem like colourful, airy-fairy. I need to actually write down those things I want to do and be active about them. So that's what I'm just going to talk about, how I achieve my goals and how I get things done. Disclaimer, I'm not perfect. I mess things. I take L's a lot, but what I've learned to do in 2017 is to turn my L and make it another E. You know what I mean? Make it a win. The first thing I do when I want to, you know, achieve a goal, or when I want to make yearly goals, is to sit down, reflect on the past year. What have I achieved? What have I not achieved? What have I learnt? And what mistakes have I made? And that's, for me, just gives me like a point of reflection. And then when I sit down, I have my general life journal, not my actual personal emotions or whatever journal, but just like finances, plans, all those kind of things. I have a journal for that. I actually have it with me. And this is my interesting story. I got this at a Women's Empowerment, International Empowerment Day at my college. The person who was meant to win this wasn't there, and it was like, they kept saying that, so there was like another person who had the most correct answers. She wasn't there, and then it was me, and I got it. And I've had this since 2013, I think, and it's been with me. I put it in most of my plans and all the things I want to achieve, and just general things in here, like career, all of that in here. So I sit down and I write down 2018 goals, whatever. And then the first thing I always do before I even try to even open my mouth and say, I'm going to do this, I want to do this, I make a prayer. And hopefully I can find the prayer I made for 2017. So I make a prayer. I'm not going to show you everything I wanted to do or whatever, but I make a prayer before I ever even say I want to do this. And I'm going to read out my prayer that I made for my 2017 goals, because I feel you can't just be, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it's not just by my mind. I said this in my Am I Really Letting Go and Letting God video. So the prayer I make is, Lord, guide my steps. Make me greater than I planned for myself. Open doors that I didn't even see. Let my actions and my treatment of others reflect well on you. Let your glory be done. Amen. I always, anytime I want to write down goals in terms of 2017, 18, whatever, I have to make a prayer, because I feel like, sorry, I kept seeing a reflection. I was like, who's that? It's just my hand. So yeah, I just make a prayer over things I want to achieve, and in that prayer, I think it kind of encompasses everything, what I mean and my intentions in that single prayer. Then after I make that prayer, this is the fun part, I write it down. I write down everything I want to achieve, like whether you want to grow six more inches on your hair, whether you want to have like this amount in your bank account, whatever it is, it can be even something silly, it can be something emotional, it could be like something to do with your friends and your family. So one of my goals for 2018 is to communicate consistently with my friends and my loved ones, because I am so bad at replies. If you're my friend and you're waiting for a reply from 2017, I'm so sorry. Just message me again this year. I'm working on it. I'm actually going to be working on it, because I don't want to be that friend when my my friend was going through some drama and I wasn't there, and she catches up with me, or he catches up with me like in months time, and they're telling me what they were going through, and I'm like, oh, why didn't you message me? It's like, yeah, because you don't talk to me consistently. So that's something I'm actively working on, trying to communicate more consistently. So that's what I do. So like, you can put down anything, whether it's communicating more consistently, whether it's just being a better daughter, whether it's being a better son, whatever it is, write it down. When you've written it down, so you now have a clear idea of what you want to achieve. Now, for me, it's all well and good writing down this whole big blocker list of what you want to achieve. It's all well and good. But I feel like this is where most people stop, where they just write down what they want to do, or they say what they want to do, but they don't act on it. For me to act on it, what I now do is my next step. I get like a blank piece of paper, and each month I write down the month, like say January goals or September goals, whatever month it is you're in, and write down how you can actually achieve that long list. So, for instance, I said I wanted to communicate more consistently with my friends, right? Or check up more consistently with my friends. So one of the things I know I'm going to be doing in the month of January, I haven't written down my January goals yet, but one of the things I know I'm going to be doing in the month of January is to message my loved ones every Sunday. That's what I've literally written down in my diary. So message my loved ones every Sunday. That's one thing. Another thing that I might say in my year goals is to have better skin, or to just look after my skin, or just continue to glow and pop, And one of the best ways to achieve that is to drink water. So I always put down in my diary 2 liters of water every day. That's another thing you can write down in your monthly goals. 2 liters of water every day. Another thing might be like you want to save X amount of money. Okay, how are you going to do that? Say, put 20% of your income into your savings or your ISA account. That's something I've been doing, and it's been working great. So that's how you make it active. So it's all well and good just writing it down. And I do believe in speaking things into existence. I'm going to go into that actually in a bit. So you write it down and you make it more consistent like that. And some people might say, how can I save 20% of my income? If you're getting paid weekly, what you can do is like 5% of your income, and then just save that every week, and then it all accumulates to what? 20%. 5 times 4 is 20, right? Yeah, cool. And those are the ways I kind of make sure I'm actively working on my goals. I've got some of my goals from November. This folder is like all my goals that I've written. I don't want to show you guys. I'm going to go into that as well. I've got all the things I wanted to. So this is, how do I cover this up? But yeah, I can do that. So this is November, December, September. I've got all the months of the year. And what this allows me to do, so once I've written it down and I stick it up on my wall, what this allows me to do at the end of the month, I reflect on, why did I achieve this goal? What was stopping me from achieving this goal? Like, I reflect on how I nearly got to that goal, or what other ways that goal, I excel that goal. So you can just write down in pen or in a different coloured ink. I have this, how do you say this? Sablio? Bilo? I don't know. I have this, and I just like to make it colourful. So not only do I just like write it down, and you can put it down in like black ink, but I like to make it colourful, so each month kind of represents a different time in the year. So like when it's like spring, I like to make my goals and the decorate, like I don't decorate it too much, but the ink, I like to make it green and pink. You can make it fancy as you want, or just keep it pragmatic and just keep it very simple. That's one of the ways I do it. I stick up on my wall. If I now have like an academic deadline, I also put that on there. Like say, oh, hand in this deadline, this module's assignment a day early, show a draft to a teacher. What that means is I'm actually working towards a bigger goal, and the bigger picture is for me to graduate, right? So I'm working towards it actively every month. It's not just I'm saying I'm going to graduate with a first when I'm not actually doing anything to show that I'm actually serious about graduating with a first. You know what I mean? Now, as much as I write down all the things I want to do monthly, and I try to do it in manageable goals I can see on my bedroom wall, sometimes I don't get to read 8 books in 1 month, and it's okay, because guess what? I at least read 4, or at least read 3, or whatever. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up for like, oh, I didn't get to read this by the end of May or March, whatever. Because honestly speaking, sometimes what happens is you might surprise yourself, and next month, the goal you didn't achieve in the previous month, you end up achieving in the next month. I don't know how it works, but like November, I wanted to do so many things, and I didn't do it in November. But guess what? A lot of those things got accomplished in December, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, so don't get so caught up about deadline, not meeting that monthly deadline that you set up for yourself, because it's fine. Like, you're most of the time when you're intentional about things, it's gonna happen anyway. When you're speaking it into existence, it's going to happen most of the time. Even though you have that monthly goals on your wall in your bedroom, try and make it so you have it also in your journal. I've already showed you guys my journal from 2000. From 2000. It is, by the time you're watching this video, it's gonna be 2017. But I got this in August, right? It wasn't my August favorite. So what I do is I write it down in my August favorites. I can't even speak English, can I? I write it down in my weekly diary of, okay, by this so date, I want to have written this amount of words for my essay, or by this. It's just about managing your time. And also, if I say I want to go to the gym more consistently, I'll say, okay, by 11 AM, you should have gone to the gym and you should have had your workout. And every single day in the week, I'll also write like 2 liters of water. I want to show you, but I also don't want you guys to be all up in my business like that. Like 2 liters of water, or do this by 5 PM, or do like, just make sure like I don't want to say you're scheduling yourself, because I don't really like the idea of a schedule, because sometimes it might just fall into the next day. Sometimes another person or another company, they're unavailable, so you can't beat yourself up too much by scheduling. You just have to go with the flow sometimes, and you can't get too stuck on, oh, I didn't get it done by 5 PM, because sometimes like, a life is about collaborations, and the other people you're collaborating with, the businesses you're trying to contact, or the people you're trying, that you need help, the shop that you wanted to go to, something's happened, they're not open. So don't beat yourself up too much about the schedule, but it's just a nice idea to just be like, oh, by so time I want to achieve this, and that accumulates to the bigger picture. So the little things you do every day will actually add up to the bigger picture. So as you can see, I've written down, oh, can you see it though? Clean and chill. So Sunday the 7th, the first Sunday, I want to message my loved ones 2 liters of water. That's just something really basic that I want to do. That's nothing to do with work, and it just keeps me on top and keeps me active in what I really want to achieve in the end goal. If I say I'm going to message my loved one every Sunday or catch up with them every Sunday, that means throughout the entire year of 2018, I can proudly say I have communicated more consistently with the people I love. If I drink 2 liters of water every day, that I know that my body's going to thank me for it, and it's going to lead up to a better, healthier me. Something that you guys have probably clocked me doing is I'm trying to not disclose too much of what I want to achieve, because I've learned that you need to work on your goals, not in silence, because sometimes you need to work with other people to achieve your goals, but you need to work on your goals in a way that you can't get distracted by other people's doubts, other people's negativity, and other people's pressure. Sometimes when you tell someone else your goals, they put pressure on you that you didn't really need it yourself. They might put negativity on it, they might just put expectations on it, and it's like, you don't really need that. You need to work on it consistently, and you know that it's only you only have yourself to answer to. You don't have anyone else to answer to. It's just you and God that is managing your goals. And if in a way you have more accomplishments to present to people rather than plans. It's all well and good having things that you want to do, but you don't actually do them because you're so busy telling people what you want to do rather than actually being active about doing those things. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why I don't tell people my goals all the time. I just don't need that extra pressure. And also if you come up to a wall or barrier in your, on your way to making or achieving those goals, it's easier for you to kind of deal with the disappointment, because we do get disappointed in ourselves. It's easier for you to kind of deal with the disappointment by yourself rather than having to deal with it with everyone else. It's even more like you put yourself down even more when it's like everyone else knows that you've flopped at something. And there's nothing wrong with failure, but sometimes we deal with failure so harshly by ourselves. We don't need to deal with failure so harshly with everyone else. It's just the pressure you don't need. So that's one thing I would say. You don't need to tell everyone your goals. And if you are going to speak to people about your goals, speak to people who are going to actually support you in reaching those goals. People who are going to connect you to people who can help you to reach your goals. Don't just be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And you're telling someone who may not even be able to help you. And if there's some goals that you have that you need to open up and be vulnerable and speak to people about those things, and so they can give you their insight and their perspective, but be discerning about who you speak to your goals about. Don't just speak to any willy-nilly person, but you never know, any willy-nilly person might have a friend who can really help you with that goal. My next point is also, don't have too much expectations of what your goals can be for yourself, because a lot of the times you achieve stuff that you didn't even know you were going to achieve. Like, Like, you achieve stuff that you didn't even write down in the beginning of the year, probably because you've spoken about it in the past and you're speaking it into existence and it's now happening. Like, for real, sometimes you might write down all these things that you want to do, but God will surprise you and you will achieve things that you didn't even plan. So for example, when I was writing down my 2017 goals, I didn't really plan to have a YouTube channel. I didn't think about that. It wasn't in my head. I've always wanted to dabble in YouTube or do something in YouTube and give something back, but it only happened this year and I didn't write it down. Do you see what I mean? And one of my goals for 2017 was to become more vulnerable. And I feel like with me opening and creating a YouTube channel, that's actually me becoming more vulnerable because I'm putting myself out there. And one of the videos I did on body confidence, Too Fat for the Beach, that was me literally laying myself bare. Like, I was shook. I was shook to make my introduction video. I was shook. I'm still shook sometimes today, but now I just put it out there and it's here for your viewing pleasure. Your goals are not always things you wrote down to achieve. Honestly, so be willing to be surprised in what you're going to achieve in the year. I think that's everything I wanted to say about how to achieve your goals in the new year. It's mostly about how I do it. No one really taught me how to do that method, or it's just something that you tailor it to yourself and how you are. And some people are visual, that you have to have a vision board, which is really cool. But I'm just like, I need to be very pragmatic about what I'm going to do. So I wish you the very best in the new year, and remember, small things lead to the bigger picture. So just keep working on things bit by bit. You can't chew everything at once, but if you can, go you. I wish you a very, very prosperous new year. Shout out to you for making it to the new year, and thank you to everyone who subscribed so far. It means a lot. And yeah, take care. Are you enjoying my sleep? Are you enjoying it? It's because I just came back from church, that's why. Take care and love you all. I'm finna change my bed sheets. I'm finna just bring in the new year smelling amazing. I got some Jo Malone perfume and I swear I just, oof. So I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna spray, like, you know when you just spritz your like bedding with like perfume and you just have a good clear out. It's up my new bookcase. It's looking amazing. Like, wow, I'm feeling good. This year is gonna be good. I'm gonna go into this new year golden AF. I ain't playing. No.